the videos prepared by our team, including the latest developments and special reports on the war in Israel, you can subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and click the super thanks button below. The Israeli army has brought the war with Hamas in the Gaza Strip to a breaking point. The IDF has uncovered the longest sections of Hamas's 500-kilometer-long tunnel network, after the administration lost its control, especially in the northern part of Gaza. Nearly 100 tunnel networks, shafts, and entry and exit points were destroyed. The Israeli army then turned to Hamas's largest and longest tunnel networks in central Gaza. As part of the IDF's ground offensive operations, an unbelievable situation took place today in Hamas's longest tunnel network in Gaza. The IDF hit Hamas where it least expected it. Here is the latest situation in the underground tunnel networks, the so-called Gaza Metro, and all the details of the IDF's critical activity in these secret passages. The Israel Defense Forces have revealed new details about the underground pit headquarters of the above-ground military high command in Gaza City, which Hamas took over a few days ago. This headquarters is described as similar to the IDF's pit headquarters under the Kiryat military headquarters in Tel Aviv. The IDF has deployed both the 401st Brigade and Givati units for this mission. According to investigations by Israeli troops, part of this network included a special shaft with an elevator that not only goes the traditional 3 to 5 meters underground, through which many Hamas tunnels pass, but also reaches an almost unheard-of depth of 30 meters. The elevator can carry about 7 people. At the bottom of this special tunnel, the IDF found signs that Hamas's high command was hiding there. Senior IDF officials speculated that they may have included Gaza Hamas chief Yahya Sinwar and Hamas military chief Mohammed Deif. In other words, Hamas's most senior leaders operated from out of the headquarters in Gaza. The tunnel was also equipped with oxygen, air conditioning, and communication facilities far more advanced than any other underground mini-command center. In order to discover Hamas's underground headquarters in Gaza, Israeli forces are building a robotic map, figuring out where it is on the map, and then doing their best to expand the map and discover what remains a mystery. In an underground tunnel like this one, Israeli army AI robots can travel about 1 kilometer in an hour and stop when they find obstacles. On the other hand, according to the IDF, the main headquarters of Hamas in Gaza, located in this strategic underground tunnel, can go as deep as 60 meters below the Earth's surface. Comparing the two situations, it is clear that the IDF has sufficient equipment to destroy this tunnel line. Recognizing this, the soldiers of the IDF's 401st Brigade and the Givati Company prepared for a critical raid on Hamas's longest tunnel line in Gaza. As part of this operation, IDF artificial intelligence robots and explosives were placed inside the longest tunnel line, which goes almost 60 meters deep into the ground. Hamas was hiding weapons, missiles, and a large amount of military ammunition. The tunnel network was long and wide enough that it was not difficult for the IDF to place robots and explosives in this area. As you know, the Israeli army uses state-of-the-art military equipment. That's why Hamas's longest tunnel network in Gaza was equipped with the IDF's state-of-the-art artificial intelligence robots and dozens of heavy explosives. So all preparations are complete. The 401st Brigade and the Givati Division worked together to detonate and destroy the longest Hamas tunnel network in Gaza. The explosion was followed by the detonation of a large quantity of Hamas military ammunition inside the tunnel network and a fierce fire in the secret passage. Following the IDF's critical operation, the fire burned through the tunnel network. This is the first time the IDF has destroyed Hamas's longest tunnel network in Gaza. The unknown details of this operation are still under investigation. One of them, of course, is the question of whether there were Hamas militants inside the tunnel line during the IDF's operations. In fact, according to the IDF's latest combat reports, there are significant assessments that a large number of Hamas fighters were inside during this operation, but we will of course keep you much more informed when we have the exact details. In the meantime, one of the most important details of this critical IDF operation inside Hamas's longest tunnel network in Gaza is that the IDF came very close to eliminating Yahya Sinwar and Hamas military chief Mohammed Deif. This is the first time that the IDF has been able to get this close to the leaders of Hamas. Both names are now known to be on the IDF's list, and according to the Shin Bet, Yahya Sinwar in particular has been relocated in Gaza, possibly through tunnel lines. It is known that a team from the Shin Bet intelligence unit is currently working in different areas of Gaza, monitoring Hamas leaders and following almost every step they take. Most recently, Israel's public broadcaster Khan reported that Shin Bet chief Ronen Bar traveled to Cairo today and met with his Egyptian counterpart, Abbas Kamel. Bar reportedly traveled to Egypt to discuss Hamas's efforts to release hostages held in Gaza. Shin Bet declined to comment. It was also claimed that a group of Shin Bet personnel is on active duty in southern Gaza. Some members of Israel's domestic intelligence are also constantly active in the north and east of Gaza. In other words, Gaza is under pressure from the IDF, both operationally and in terms of intelligence. So given all that has happened since the ground offensive began, how much damage has the IDF been able to inflict on Hamas in the Gaza Strip? The Israel Defense Forces announced that since the start of Israel's ground offensive in the Gaza Strip nearly 2 weeks ago, approximately 4,300 strikes have been carried out. Hundreds of Hamas anti-tank guided missile launch sites and nearly 300 tunnel shafts have been hit by Israeli ground forces and the IAF. In addition, the IDF reports that another 3,000 sites containing Hamas infrastructure were hit, including more than 100 booby-trapped buildings and hundreds of command centers. Israeli army units are still conducting offensive operations over the Gaza Strip. The IDF is releasing new footage showing the latest attacks, as well as troops operating in Gaza. These images are among the most tangible evidence of the IDF offensive operations that we have been reporting to you. So given all these details, where is the war heading? Probably the whole world knows that the IDF wants to end Hamas in the Gaza Strip. But day by day, we are learning that the Israeli army is using new strategies to achieve this. For example, the recent attack on the longest tunnel in Gaza. In the days to come, we may see the Israeli army using very different tactics to destroy Hamas tunnel lines in Gaza. In this way, the IDF could also take control of the war underground. In such a situation, Hamas would really not stand much of a chance against the IDF. Thank you for following us. We work day and night to bring you the fastest and most reliable news. In order not to miss the videos prepared by our team, including the latest developments and special reports on the war in Israel, you can subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and click the super thanks button below. See you in our next work.